Hi, everybody, and welcome to Entrepreneur Commitment Week. I'm super glad you're here, and we're going to dive right in. Today, we are talking about day one, the first day to commit and realign and get things organized that may have gotten a little out of whack in your business. Maybe you have felt overwhelmed or you have too many things going on. You're not really sure what to focus on. Well, Commitment Week is going to get you back on track and super hyper focused very, very fast. Each day is designed that you're going to have a very short recentering, refocus strategy along with the workbook. So make sure you've downloaded your workbook. If you haven't yet, you can follow the link in here and get that workbook totally free. And this is an opportunity for you to work through and strategize, recommitting to your business and refocusing your area of genius for the next coming 90 days, 120 days, 365 days. Now, a couple of things that you should know before we get started. First things first is that this should only take you about 10 to 12 minutes a day. This shouldn't be a big, huge process. If you feel like you get stuck in any of the decisions that you need to make that we're talking about here, then make sure you're hitting us up to meet with one of the strategists on my team. We can share with you how we can get you results in these specific areas, because perhaps there is some big strategy that needs to happen behind the scenes on some of the decisions. So I just want to let you know, if you feel stuck, connect with us. We will make sure that we get you on the right track so you can make these decisions. Are you ready? Okay. So let's go ahead and dive into day number one. Today is all about designing your business. So we do this strategically. I'm going to guide you through my process in this commitment week. It's a 5-step process. Each day builds upon each other. So if you're starting on, day 3 and you missed day 1, you got to come back to this video. So day number 1 is all about strategizing your big business picture. This is why it's incredibly important, because if you've ever felt like you've fallen into this place before, well, I have to launch a course, or I need to create a high ticket offer that is a mastermind, or any sort of supposed to because other people are doing it, I want to stop you right there. This is your life. You only get to live it once. So it's incredibly important that the business that we build for you is going to give you the profit plan and the lifestyle that you want. Just because everybody else is doing something doesn't mean you should do it too. So day number 1 is all about taking a moment. If you haven't recently, or you have never done this before, taking a moment and stopping to think, what do you want your life to look like? And here are some steps and strategies to actually make this happen and bring this out of your mind into reality. Step number 1 is I want you to picture yourself 3 to 5 years down the road. Anything beyond that is way too far. And I want you to think, okay, what does my perfect day look like? I mean, literally, when I'm waking up in the morning, what does my perfect day look like? Do I get a cup of coffee? When I look out my window, what am I looking at? What is it? Is it the ocean? Is it the mountains? Is it my kids playing on the playground in my backyard? What is this that I'm actually looking at? What am I doing? Who are the first people I'm talking to? Who do I surround myself with? Who am I living with? What does my morning look like? Even down to, I want you to feel it. Like, what's the weather? Everything. What music is on, or morning news. And then the second thing is, what does your work look like during that day? So who are you working with? What does that look like? Are you overseeing a team that's doing things for you? Are you working with clients one-on-one? Are you consulting a group, maybe virtually, maybe in person? Are you maybe just dropping in to do some little advising somewhere to somebody? Are you speaking on somebody else's stage? What does it look like when you are going about your daily activity in your perfect day? All right. And then I want you to think about, take another step back. This is my perfect day. Well, maybe what's my perfect week look like? An average perfect week, right? What does my perfect week look like? And then we're going to take it a step further back and say, what does my perfect business and life look like? And the first thing we have to do is we have to see it here. We can't build it until we see it. And sometimes we feel like we need to build it first. That's not the way it goes, right? As a matter of fact, if you build it first and you haven't actually envisioned what you're building, who the heck knows what you're building, right? Or where that's going to lead you. And so that's why we start with this process first. That's why it's so incredibly important to do it. Literally, I talked to hundreds and hundreds of entrepreneurs who have launched a course or taken on a particular business model. Your business model is how you serve people, what that looks like, and how you make money. And they've taken on a business model, some of them making a lot of money, and they are totally miserable. We're not gonna let that happen. So day one in commitment week is really envisioning what you want your life to look like, how you want your work to flow through your day, your week, and your year. And I'm a big advocate. If you ever ask me or you've listened to my podcast, I don't agree with that balance term. I really realistically, from being an entrepreneur my whole life and coaching others now at the time of this video for 24 years, I think there's a time and a season for everything. And God even says that, right? And so sometimes you might work even more in your business, and sometimes it's really more focused on your family. That's great. Let's design that if that's what you want. It's a very holistic approach to being who you're called to be, serving who you're called to serve, doing what you're supposed to do, and living a life of fullness according to your terms. Your terms are different than my terms, or different than my neighbor's terms, different than my friend's terms. And taking that moment and that opportunity today, and I'm going to stop talking so you can go do this. I want you to put on some music. I want you to download the action planner and the workbook I have for you. Put on some music and just sit there and breathe through and think about, what do I want it to look like? That is day number one. So hope this kickstarts our week great. I want you to make sure that you watch day number 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 videos. We have so much goodness coming for you. Start here. This is where we start. We start with your vision, your amazing creativity, and your dream. And I don't say that lightly, because you were given a dream for a reason. It was placed on your heart for a reason. It isn't some stupid whimsical thing that doesn't have any weight. It is very, very important. So this is how we start building your dream life. And we do that by building your dream business and giving you the realistic strategies in order to actually pull that off. So, I'm so glad to talk to you guys. Thank you for joining us in Commitment Week Day 1. If you haven't shared Commitment Week with your friends, please do so. And I will talk to you tomorrow.